Alrighty, welcome back everyone. It is LaughNgamez here. I'm back, and it is time for another ProBots 1 vs 1 replay cast. It's been a minute since I was able to do this, and I'm excited to get back into it, you know? Yeah. These games are always fun to watch, and that's why tuning into bot games at any time is just a treat, no matter what time of day or night it is. And so, following the typical routine, in the top right we have got SaShaBot, a ZergBot, and in the bottom left we have got an awesomely named bot. It's BillyBot, a Protoss bot. And this bot was actually suggested by someone in one of the SCAI discords. And on that note, one of the first things I'm gonna say, aside from slapping the like button, is if you are a bot author or anyone in the botting community and you want replays to cast, feel free to reach out and send them my way. Actually, don't feel free. It would be very nice if you did, because one of the hardest parts about casting this is finding good bot replays. Yeah. So, anyway, we have got BillyBot just scouting out with his probe. SaShaBot seems to just be keeping an eye on that probe with a drone, which is very good behavior to see. All the while, it looks like BillyBot is going to be going for a gateway expand. So, very standard openings from both these bots, other than, I guess, the walling fashion of BillyBot. Not the usual PvZ walling, more of like PvP or something else walling, or a PvP walling almost. On the high ground anyway. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, before we get too far into this one, make sure to go ahead and hit that like button. I'm just gonna go ahead and turn the sound down here a little bit. I think I was jamming out to like some Starcraft music earlier, and I guess I left it high, you know? Okay, so now we have got BillyBot drones still just moving around, seeing what's going on. We see the million clicks of 24, well, not really a million clicks, but 22,000 clicks at the minute of APM, part of it chasing that probe. That's good to see. We've got, yeah, very standard opening from SaShaBot. I'm wondering what we're gonna see here from this ZergBot, and then also what BillyBot's gonna do. Like, both these bots haven't shown any major derpage, which is good to see. In these games, the probe scout seems to be rather in-depth, constantly going in, and the probe's getting on out of there, running away, as it is being chased by those lings, but of course the lings have been seen. Now, we don't have a unit out for BillyBot, which could potentially be problematic here. It's not like it's a boatload of Zerglings crossing the map for SaShaBot, but, yeah, 4 lings can still pose a problem. Then there's a dark shrine that gets thrown up, but it's right next to the overlord. So BillyBot seems to be going for a rather in-the-face DT rush, potentially hoping to catch a bot that has no prep for that off guard, and we'll see if that's the case or not. So far, BillyBot's taken a bit of heat from these lings. The probes are being microed decently. So far, it's been 3 that have gone down, which is definitely more than you want. But oh my gosh, are those probes actually attacking that ling? Like, they're just swarming it. They're like bees. They're like bees when a wasp gets into their hive. They just sort of huddle over it and then just sort of just vibrate all over it without actually attacking it. That's kind of what these probes are doing. There's a little bit of derpage. One ling really costing a lot of mining there for BillyBot. BillyBot did put a chat tag there that it had identified an enemy ling rush, but that didn't really seem to be the case because, you know, it wasn't really a ling rush. It was more just a handful of lings. BillyBot's got the Dark Shrine on the way. SaShaBot has already got up 2 spore crawlers, so could be a little tough for BillyBot here. Now we've got an observer on the way here for BillyBot. Nope, there is already a prism out, pardon me. Going to be going across the map to warp in those DTs, and now having the detection, as SaShaBot does, is only part of the battle when it comes to defending against Dark Templar. So there is a chance that these DTs can still get some damage done. Prism flies right over the 3rd base, goes into the main base, and all of a sudden, Dark Templar. And these DTs are going to be scrapping with these drones. The drone's really pulling on top of this, but they can't attack it, so they are actually just taking a lot of heat. Double Overseers are on the way, so there will be detection for this. Yeah, where's that other Overseer? 1, 2. Okay, they're actually out of position, though, which isn't great. So they're not going to help out. The DTs are avoiding the spores, and it just goes to show how hard it is to deal with something as specialized as a DT attack, as a bot author. Now we see this DT running around. Is there going to be more warping in? Yes, there is. So now there's 4 DTs in total. SaShaBot's really taking a lot of heat. And speaking of heat, all the heat is now off BillyBot. Those lings aren't really harassing anymore. The bot does seem to be going for a bit of a zealot transition with charge on the way and a forge on the way. And all the while, where are these DTs? One's chasing a roach. Actually, multiple are chasing roaches. They're all just chasing things right now. Bot's going to do what bots does. Now, yeah, we see a zealot warping in. There's now defense at home for BillyBot to deal with this sort of thing. The DTs are harassing at this third base. Queen's going to get slashed. The DT thinking of finishing the job, thinking about it, thinking about it, thinking about it, thinking about it, and yeah, just thinking about it. Anyway, we have got DTs and Zealots now going to be moving out for BillyBot, it looks like, going to be intercepting some of these units. BillyBot on a much higher worker count, so having more units to, or having a better economy to produce the units. There is an Overseer now, so the DTs could be in a little bit of danger, but not if SaShaBot just trickles its units forward. Yeah, we'll see who's actually going to win this fight. SaShaBot up on supply, but then there's a DT at its third base. BillyBot seems to be holding the line with the Zealots, and now an Immortal on the way. That's a big deal. Immortal's not so good against Lings, but there is Roaches in the army for SaShaBot that an Immortal will have a field day destroying. So now, let's take a look. SaShaBot still really just on 2 bases here, not mining from the third at all. Well, actually just starting to get mining at the third. There's no spore there, but it looks like most of the DTs on this side of the map have been cleaned up or gone home. And yeah, we'll see if these bots are going to stabilize or not. Queen's pushing away that warp prism. It could potentially go down here, depending on the micro. Yeah, that prism running into that queen goes down. Now, BillyBot's not wasting any time, though, crossing the map with what is 7 Zealots and 2 DTs, make that 8 Zealots. And this could actually be enough. We'll see if this is gonna make the push happen or not. Zealots running away from the Roaches, which I think might actually be the right call here. I don't think they can take this fight. If they do, they need to commit. No dilly-dallying. DT's getting on top of the Roaches as well. There's an Overseer here now, so the DTs will be picked off themselves. There's that Immortal coming in with some more Roaches here. An Immortal picking off creep tumors thanks to that Observer. The Roach is going to have to worry about this Immortal a little bit. We'll see how the fight's going to go down. It really comes down to how the bots handle their units, and that is always unpredictable. A lot of micro back from BillyBot here, but whether there's going to be enough or not, that's a different question. Yeah, this Immortal could be in a bit of trouble. Of course, then SaShaBot pulls back a little bit, even pulled some drones into the mix, I guess, for that buffering. It would be interesting to see what makes the bot say, yes, I need these drones here in the fight. The Immortal does get picked off, however. 4 Archons have been produced. When did BillyBot do that? Just making tons and tons of units, but it's a bit of a trickle here from BillyBot. When if you're gonna just crash into your opponent, you need it to be a flood, but there's the Archons actually coming from the other side. It might be enough here. SaShaBot making more Roaches and Lings, but 4 Archons is no joke, and there's actually another Prism here to pick these up, and the micro seems to be pretty darn good here from BillyBot, picking up those injured Archons before they take too much damage. See if SaShaBot can clean these up or not. I mean, one of them's injured, the other's rather injured. One of them's doing all right, but looks like BillyBot might have done it here. And I think Billy did a good job. And yeah, the third base basically just abandoned by SaShaBot, and while there's a 4th base that got up, there's just not that much of a solid army here for the Zerg. There's also +1 for BillyBot, which is coming into effect. Yeah, that 3rd base gonna go down. Zealots, Archons out on the map here, just pushing on in. Units are trickling on in for SaShaBot. Roach is trying to run away, but it's always, it seems to me that the hardest part of programming these bots is to program them when they should take fights and when they shouldn't. Like, as we see just a few Lings and Roaches trickle on in here, and that really is something that's problematic for this AI. But it does look like that BillyBot's going to be the bot that takes it. There's another base going up here for SaShaBot. I mean, doing that Zerg thing, just expand all over the place, even as you're dying. But DT is already on this location. And looks like SaShaBot is still just rallying units into the army of BillyBot, and that's kind of the death spiral for these AIs. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, first botcast in a while. If you enjoyed this one, hit that like button, join the Discord, and send me some replays to cast if you happen to be into this sort of thing. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't, and you made it all the way to the end of this video. Hit the bell icon if you haven't as well. Lets you get notified whenever I put up a new video or go live streaming, which I'm gonna try. I know I always say I'm gonna try and do it more, but I truly mean it every time. Yeah, as we watch BillyBot not really waste too much time here. Wiped out all the bases except the main base, and it looks like the main base is gonna be next. Yeah, BillyBot seems to be quite a well-rounded bot. I'm not sure on the specifics of how these bots were programmed, or if, yeah, I'm not sure on the specifics of them, if they're like machine learning or what. But yeah, these have been a real treat to watch here. As that main base goes down, we wait for the end here. SaShaBot with the sad face, the shocked face, and most importantly, the GG.